Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's Matt with Green Bar Trading, back with another weekly Outlook video. It's Memorial Day weekend. At the moment, it is raining. It has been raining all weekend, so I was able to read a lot. I was able to research a lot and go over a lot of charts. And that's what I'm about to bring to you guys. Before I do, hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. We also have a free Discord. Now, this is a great group. Okay, I can't say enough about this group of traders. They have been killing it lately. A lot of great ideas. It's 100% for free, linked in the description. You're more than welcome to join our Green Bar community. We would love to have you. So what have I been doing? There is a lot of very interesting things on the horizon. Monday, the markets are closed. The futures markets are open until 1 o'clock. What we're going to see on Wednesday is the Fed. They have 8 times a year. I don't know why I put 4 fingers up, but 8 times a year they release data on the economy based off of the 12 federal banks across the country. Now, this is the 4th time out of the 8 that they're going to be doing it this year. That is on Wednesday. So you'll get some data from the Fed on the overall economy. That's on Wednesday. On Friday is our jobs report. Now, you guys can all remember, and maybe I'll link that also, the jobs report from last time was a little bit less than they thought it was going to be. So we'll see what happens with that. If there's revisions, that's on Friday. So we already have this very condensed week of trading. So Tuesday through Friday. And the market overall, and I'll show you guys in a second with the charts, has also been consolidating. And I'll get into those in a second. I have a lot of very interesting charts that I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on. It's the airlines, the cruise lines, and the hotels. So all your reopening stocks, from a technical point of view, are setting up, all of them, with really interesting levels and trend lines, and a lot of really interesting technicals that we could see some flat top breakouts to highs that we have not seen since pre-pandemic. And there's a lot of room on the upside to profit off of these 3 areas here: airlines, hotels, and cruise lines. They started to move about 2 weeks ago. They're approaching a resistance area. And let me just get in and show you guys. Okay, so this is the overall market. You guys know I use the futures as my charting. This is where we have been trading in this area for an entire week of very tight consolidation. We're in a confirmed uptrend. If I pull this back on the 180-day, you can see a very confirmed uptrend right here. Hit here, hit here, hit here. When something hits 3 times, that 3rd time that it touches is usually the strongest. So we saw a very nice rebound here, then consolidated. So let me bring it back down. This is how I do my charting. I go from longer time frames to then dial it into shorter ones. And these charts these levels. I post every single morning on Twitter and on Discord if you guys are interested in following along. So anyway, for last week, we have been consolidating in this area. On Thursday and Friday, we saw this area not be able to be broken. So on Monday for the futures and on Tuesday, I'm going to be keeping a very close eye here, as there was a lot of selling that tried to keep price down. This level has to get broken and then held on a retracement, which it was not able to do on Friday. So are we headed back to the bottom end of this consolidation? I don't know. We just have to wait and see. Now, this brings me to basically how the whole market has been setting up. If we look at the airline stocks, and I'll start with American Airlines. Let's pull up the daily. So I also want to change this to my daily set, because I like to see where the 50-day moving average is and the 200-day moving average. So this is American Airlines. Pre-pandemic, it was trading much higher than it was. 45s, the 35 area, and then it just totally sold off here. Now it is starting to make its move. It is in a clear uptrend, which you can see with this trend line. It touched a couple times here and then back here 2 weeks ago, and then had a nice climb. Now, this is approaching resistance here, which you can see right here. It did pull back on Friday. If it could break these levels here, this, up to 26 area, it touched 20, almost 25. I don't see why we wouldn't go back to, the 30s. That's American Airlines. These stocks have been a total reopening play, confirmed uptrend, all the way back since here in October. Another one that I was looking at, and I just have all my notes down here, is Boeing. Now, this one is shaping up really, really nicely. Now, what I notice when I look at this chart is higher highs and higher lows. So you had pre-pandemic, basically a trading range here, all the way up into almost the 400 area. So you had between 300 and 400, Boeing has been trading. Pandemic hit, everybody knows what happens, but since it has been making higher lows and higher highs. Now, this is key, okay, and I'll dial this in. We just broke over the 50-day moving average. Now, a stock like Boeing, these averages are very well respected with computer algorithms, trading desks. If this one can get to what it has been doing, so you have a lower high, a higher high, and even higher high, there's no reason to think that the next higher high cannot be in the 300s for Boeing. And that's just from a technical point of view, higher lows and higher highs, the next area would be 300 for Boeing. So, it's trading right now at 247. This could be a very nice swing trade here to hold for a little while. That's Boeing. So we have American Airlines and Boeing. Those are my airlines stocks that I'm looking at. Now I'm going to switch gears and go to our cruise lines. And I'm going to start off with one of my favorite ones, which is Norwegian. Once again, higher lows into a flat top. What this normally would mean is, and it's at the top of this area. So instead of taking a trade for a breakout, you might want to wait for this level to break and then get a retracement into the level. And then if it holds, you can go back to pre-pandemic prices. There's no reason why we can't do that. So this is a very nice consolidation here. This is going to be on my radar. I'm going to have alerts set for the break of this flat top. Once it breaks, retests, and holds, this is a long all day long. Norwegian Cruise Lines. It's technically shaping up very nicely. I'll also go over, because all these stocks, and here's Carnival, there's one thing in common. They're all consolidating in this tight area. If we can break the flat top, there's no reason why we can't have a next leg higher. Higher highs, higher lows. That's Carnival. And then the last one, which I also like, is Royal Caribbean. This one, technically speaking, had a beautiful breakout of this sending wedge here. Absolutely perfect, picture perfect. Now, something like this, you would break out from it on the retest, which you can see right here. That's a long. Now you have a pullback. This could be a flag pattern, anything like this for the next leg higher. Once again, this thing was trading well into the hundreds. So this is Royal Caribbean. Technically, a very, very nice looking chart. So that is my cruise lines, my airlines, very bullish on all of these if they can break these technical levels. So Royal Caribbean had a nice technical breakout. Carnival and Norwegian still have to break out of their flat top, and we'll have a flat top breakout. So that's the cruise lines. Now, the hotels. You can't have airlines, cruise lines without going over the hotels. Airbnb. This one is interesting to me because it is something that was of support turned into resistance, and it seems to have failed this area of which was support is now resistance. It also, excuse me, could not break above its 20-day EMA. This is one, if we can break and hold this level, which I have at about 144-ish, if we could break and hold, this is one that I can see on a higher high, higher low back to this trading area. Another one is Marriott. Also in a very nice technical chart here. Trend line supported, third touch, well respected, but it is trading under, and it seems like it can't get over this. It's 50-day moving average. And it got rejected pretty hard here. If it gets over the 50-day, we can see a nice breakout of this triangle here. A beautiful, nice breakout of that. So we'll be watching this one, but this one is already at pre-pandemic highs. So I don't like Marriott as much as I like some of these other stocks that have a lot of room to go still. They still have not gotten, and for good reason, but they still have not gotten back to where they were trading before the pandemic. I mean, look at these earnings here. I mean, loosely calling them earnings, but there's a reason why these stocks are still down here. And they have a lot. I don't usually like airlines, but as far as swing trades, they are setting up from a technical point of view pretty nicely. Earnings this week, there are some of them that I'm going to be interested in. So Canopy is on Tuesday, the weed stock. Zoom is on Tuesday. And then you have DocuSign and CrowdStrike earnings on Thursday. As far as earnings go, it's not really, a lot going on this week as far as those go. But DocuSign, which we can bring up here, has been selling off. It's a great company, but some of these stocks, they really are having a tough time with the big inflation hanging over the high growth, investors just don't even want to put money into right now. Also not going to be bullish until it gets back over the 50-day, and then it's going to smash its head into the 200-day. That's DocuSign. These stocks might move a lot because they have their earnings here. Zoom has also been trading right around this that used to be support, turned into then resistance. These areas just have to be broken and then held. That's the key. You break one of these support areas, it's going to be really, really heavy resistance. And I can look at the overall market on the SPY here. We can take a look and see exactly why when something breaks and doesn't hold. Let's see here, hang on 1 second. Let me clean up this chart for just a second. So see here on Friday pre-market and then Friday during the regular session, we were able to break this area of resistance, but could not hold it. So the overall market, I would not get long anything until the SPY was able to break this level and start trading, above this level. And then the only level after that is the 423.59, and you're at all-time highs because, like I said, the third touch on the trend line is usually the strongest, and we're consolidating. Could be the next leg up. We'll keep an eye on it. So I guess that's basically, what else do I have? I mean, you have the summer months here coming up. The summer months in general are lower volume, a lot of vacations, a lot of people just not trading. So there is a lot thinner volume. What that means for, trading, you might see some moves that you wouldn't normally see, some areas that should hold that normally would, that don't, because there's just not as much volume in the market. That's the summer. That's trading in the summer. If you guys are new, you'll start to see what the summer months and the saying, sell in May and go away, comes from. Other than that, that's it. We're heading into June. It's Memorial Day weekend, and the market is closed on Monday. So I will see all of you in our Discord bright and early on Tuesday morning. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend with family and friends. Enjoy. Take care, everyone.